Hello, my name is Bob, and I'm the floral wedding consultant for Bunches Direct. Today I'm going to show you how to make a bridal bouquet like this one. And you're going to have fun doing it, and it's going to save you a bundle of money. So, after many hours of discussions, sleepless nights, we finally decided to use white roses. Okay, let's get serious for a moment. Now, start with. Okay, obviously I've stripped all these roses. First of all, we're going to strip the rose stem. Now, we're going to take all of these leaves off. You can just rip them off because they're just going to get in the way anyway. All the leaves and all the thorns. Every last one of them. It's going to save a lot of ouches and bandages later on. You see, it's totally stripped. And I'm going to throw them in here because when you're doing this at home, you'll probably put plastic on your table anyway. So, this is your first. Start with the rose in the middle. And I didn't have to take the outer petals off of this one because they're okay. But if they're not, you just take them off. People sometimes have this impression that if there's a little brown spot here that it's dead. It's not. Now, see this one? Just take this off. But don't throw it away. Put it aside. You may need this later. Now, okay, I'm going to start. This is the middle. 4 roses around 4 corners, right? Simple. Now we got to hold these in place. So, we take, this is called pot tape, tuck tape, or Davy tape, depending what country you live in. And it's sticky on one side and green on the other. Hold it, or at this point, get someone to help you. You can hold it while they put the tape around. Very tight. And it sticks to the stems. Now, we're going to add another row, but we're going to put them in between the first 4. Again, we're going to tape these 2 in place tightly. 2 more in between. Tape again. Hold tight, tape tight. Hold tight, tape tight. I know there's a song and dance in there somewhere, and I'll think about it. Anyway, at this point, what we're trying to get here is the dome. You see, when you look at this sideways, you see it isn't flat like a pancake. It is a dome. It gives it depth. And every rose is not necessarily at the same height, so it's flat like an umbrella. It's got depth to it, which makes it interesting. And this is what we're doing here. So you put the roses just slightly lower. Now we're going to add all the spaces are going to be filled again. I think we'll just put 3 in there. And once again, we're going to tape. And break. But you'll probably need a pair of clippers to do this. Add 2, 3 more. And sometimes you have to adjust, because sometimes they slip down on you, which is natural. Tape again. Tape and tape. Okay. Add a few more roses. You can decide how big you want your bouquet. Again, you see, we're getting the dome here. As the bouquet gets bigger, it gets a little harder to handle. And you might think, instead of putting the stem straight down, think of it going into a spiral, and it won't break on you. They're flexible, but you can only bend them so far, and they might. So think of a spiral, a little bit of an angle. We're going to finish this off. Now, at this point, we're going to, we have to decide, it's going to be at least 12 inches long. Take a pair of clippers, cut it fast and even so that it's flat on the bottom here. All right. I think what we'll have to do, because these are spreading out, we're going to have to put a little bit of tape, like sort of 3/4 of the way down, just to keep these stems together so they don't flare out. So just tighten it up a bit, just to hold it there. Now we have to decide, are we going to give this a backing? You could have it just like that. I've seen a lot like that these days. Or you could have it, you could either use the tie leaves or aspidistra leaves, they're called as well, and they're folded around. Now I'm going to show you how to do that if you use these. Just fold it around, but be careful. Don't squeeze this, it might break. You could either put a wire around there or just tape it. Taping it as well works just as well. And what I'm using here is stem tape. Now I'll show you how to use that more later when I show you the corsages. It's called stem tape or floral tape, and it stretches. And the only way it'll stick is if you stretch it. Otherwise it will not stick. Okay, that's one option. Or, we've already got one done like that. I'm going to use the salal leaves, or lemon leaves as they're called as well. So on this one, I think I'll use, as I said, the lemon leaves. Put those around. Okay, now when we're finished, we look at it. We've looked at it. It's everything we want it to be. So then, go down with the floral tape and just tape all the way down the stem. Now we're going to take the ribbon, put it at the bottom of the bouquet, hold it there. Make it easier on yourself, put a pin in. Push the pin in. And just wind the ribbon around the stem. Maybe you'll be using a solid satin ribbon. I'm using a sheer ribbon here. And you only tape it down to about 1.5 inches from the bottom. Then put in a few more pins. Cut it with the scissors. Okay, so there you are, the finished bouquet. Side, top, and the beautiful handle here. And this is the way you hold it. So, until next time, this is Bunches Bob saying, have fun with those blooms.